Hey everyone, this is Ryan Line from Unbound Vision, and we're back again with another speed drawing video. I believe this week it's episode 17, and right now you're watching me draw I think this is the 9th or 10th webcomic that we have, which is pretty crazy by this point, so it's like almost 10 straight weeks of just doing these webcomics, which are not easy, by the way. It takes a little while. It takes about a full day to do all the line work in black and white, and then you have to spend a couple hours doing the shading, which isn't bad. It gives me more time in the day to work on the main material for our main show, our upcoming anime web series, TAKESHI, which is as you probably already know, it's a dark superhero story set in Osaka, Japan. And right now what you're seeing is I'm just trying to get the characters laid down, and I had a lot of fun with these thugs and mercenaries because I got to just play with their hairstyles and their weaponry, which was overall kind of wacky and fun and stylish. But I think you guys are gonna really like this week's comic. It's pretty interesting. In terms of the actual project update, right now we are still working on refurbishing our characters, designs, backgrounds, and we are also in the middle of some major animation tests. And actually, in the studio right now, we have 3 of our interns for Friday, which are Martha McSomble, Nina Arnabarian, and Sophia Prada. Did I say that right? Sophia Prada. Okay. And if you guys want to take a look, Sophia is right there. I hope I got her right, but yeah. So right now, oh yeah, this is a fun scene. You have to also make sure you take care of your composition, your lighting when it comes to all your scenes. When it came to storyboarding, I wasn't really sure at first whether I wanted to be a storyboard artist or a visual development artist, because you got when you go to school, you're not entirely sure what you want to do exactly until maybe a little later, and even then, even afterwards, after you graduate from school, you're not sure what you're going to be doing until you really find what you're passionate about. And what I'm usually passionate about is storyboarding and characters. And when it comes to our main series, we have to make sure the quality for our show shows through, because we work primarily in black and white for this show, with some very stylish inputs. We won't spoil exactly how we make that happen. You'll just have to wait to see it when the trailer comes out. Oh yeah. The coolest thing about storyboarding for these comics, or I should say just drawing these comics in general, is that you get to push a lot of their expressions, right? Because it's super cartoony. And that's actually really, really fun, because when you're working with realistic animation a lot of the time, you don't get to push expressions nearly as much as cartoons, because cartoons, it's like they're almost like malleable, right? But where you go to real life, the only time you really get to push the expressions is when it calls for an extremely dramatic scene, or when a character is being basically mutilated. But yeah, this is a pretty fun process, I would say, and I had a lot of fun with these thugs and mercenaries. Yeah, and this is the shot where actually Aki comes into frame. And I'm sorry if this video seems a little longer than the other ones. I made a little mistake on the recording session. I believe my first recording was like 2 hours, because I when you're using OBS Studio, right, you have to do it in small spurts, and I accidentally left it on for 2 hours, so that didn't allow me to compress the video nearly as much as I could have with Sony Vegas Pro, which is actually our new editing software, and it's working really well. I actually like it a lot better than Adobe Premiere, partially because of the price, but also because it's really, really easy to use, and it also produces excellent video quality. Like, this video quality is way nicer than what I could get with Adobe Premiere. But then again, with Adobe Premiere, I might have just been using the wrong settings. But the coolest thing about Sony Vegas Pro is you can just kind of customize your settings. And it's really nice. Oh yeah, in this particular shot, I think I was having some trouble with Aki's proportions, so I just kind of scaled her down a little bit, just to make sure it fit more with the semi-chibi style of our webcomics. Yeah, it's really fun. It's really fun doing all these poses. It's really interesting. The guns are always a hard thing to do, and I remember some people in our studio and including myself, we always have trouble doing some of the guns and some of the props. So what we're gonna have to do in the future is we're gonna have to see if we can streamline that process when it comes to weaponry and props, especially vehicles, right? Because Oh, there's something going on outside. We can't just draw a vehicle for every single frame. That would take forever, right? So eventually we're going to have to shift to 3D software, to which we can basically convert that 3D imagery into 2D, which is going to be an interesting challenge on its own. So eventually down the line, we're going to need to look for 3D artists that can convert their 3D imagery into 2D imagery, which is obviously it's obviously not unheard of. A lot of shows do that nowadays, and it just cuts down production costs and also saves them a lot of time. And it also makes sure that the artists don't kill themselves from drawing so many frames of a weapon or a vehicle moving or a ship moving or something along those lines. Oh yeah. See, this is what I mean when I say pushing the expressions. You can kind of just you can build on what you put in first, so it can look kind of happy, and then it can get a little more demented by each frame that you go through. And that's it's an interesting thing that you like to do when you build a story, right? You push it a little bit when you start off, and then when you get a little further, you push it a little bit more, then you push it a little bit more, push it a little bit more, and then by the end of it, you get to like the climax of it. And that's usually what I try to do with these webcomics. Just make sure the pacing feels right and the humor kind of hits. And I think you guys are gonna really like this one, because this one just I pushed this one as far as I could. And every time I see it, I laugh. So I have a good feeling about this one. I mean, yeah, you can see it right now, right? Just and again, I'll say it again. The reason I don't include the dialogue for these speed drawing sessions is because I want to keep it a surprise when it comes out on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. That way you guys get to enjoy the full product when it comes out. Not that we're selling this at the moment, but who knows? We might in the future. But right now, you can consider this Unbound Vision's gift to the world for the moment. I don't know. You guys let me know. Would you be willing to pay for it? If you would, just let us know. We'll open a donate center for you. And yeah, we'll just leave it on this shot for now. I think we still have like 30 or 40 seconds left. Yeah, we have like 30 seconds left. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoy these videos. They're usually really fun to draw, and they're really fun to just put out there. And I really hope you guys get like some really nice laughs and chuckles out of this, because that usually has the same effect on me. So anyways, I'm Ryan live from Unbound Vision, and I hope you guys stay inspired. Bye.